Hey, what's up? This is Cyrus.
And this is Ian.
We're in Newfound Glory, and this is Hits the Floor First.
My first ever hobby would probably be collecting baseball cards. Or when I was like 9, I started collecting like game-used sports memorabilia. Like when baseball players would break bats, I would collect them, and like game-used jerseys and stuff, which is funny because I still collect. I still have all the stuff from when I was a kid.
My father played tennis all the time, and he started us out playing tennis when I was like 4 years old. I think I was playing tennis almost every weekend with him. Unfortunately, don't do it anymore now, but it was a hobby. It was almost more than a hobby for a little while. But yes, I grew up always wanted to play on grass courts and dive for a volley, because you don't want to do that on a hard court. You skin yourself up. I did actually play on grass courts one time when I was 12 years old, and I dove. I like made it so that I backed away so I could dive. I lost the point, and I went on to, I think, skin my knee anyways on the grass, but it was a fun experience. Check it off the list. Yes, yeah, it was a career ender. There you go. And then I decided, screw it, I'm just going to be in a band instead.
I'm sure my first boner was probably when I was a baby, because babies get boners. But my last boner was this morning when I woke up.
You know, that's good to do the first. We should do first and last questions. Yeah, you know, I am a new father, and I have to agree with Ian. I have a son, and when you are a newborn, you do get boners, non-provoked. It just happens. It will scare you the first couple times, or maybe all the time when you see it. But yeah, very early on in life.
First band I ever saw was Sha Na Na.
That's a good one. The first band I ever saw was Corrosion of Conformity.
First time I was genuinely scared was probably on an airplane. My brothers forced me to sit on the window, and they kept like leaning into me and pushing me against the window, and I don't like heights very much, so I think I was genuinely scared.
When I was younger, I would go to a summer camp for a few weeks out of the year, and I have an older brother, and I also have cousins that are older than me. So it was myself, 2 of my cousins, and my older brother. Well, I was the youngest one, and they separated by age groups, and I watched as my older brother and my cousins were in the same age group, and then they put me into another age group. So here I am in a different state with like 200 kids I don't know, no parents around, nothing, and I'm freaking out because now I have no family around. So yeah, genuinely scared.
First time I stole something was probably when I was a little kid in the grocery store. They have the big candy sections where you could fill up a little bag of candy. I would steal like individual pieces of candy from there because I was a little fat kid, so you know.
And then with me, I don't know if I even remember the first time I stole something, but I remember a story. I was on tour with the band, so now here I am like 18, 19. I have a lot of reason, and I shouldn't know not to do this, but we were just traveling around in the U.S., and I didn't even think, I totally forgot that I had picked up a drink out of like the cooler in a gas station, and I just walked out, and by the time I crossed the threshold of the door, I realized what I was doing, but at that point I didn't want to come back in and say that I had stolen it, so I just kept walking, and there you go.
I just wanted to thank our fans for supporting our band and letting us live our dream.
I can't top what he said, so thank you.